Hello, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to do a box opening of Beneath the Med, Regia Marina at sea, 1940 to 43. And I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. GMT Games 2020 is when this one's put out. Gregory M. Smith is game designer. And this is a historical simulated game about the Italian submarines in the Mediterranean. And they had a pretty substantial fleet during World War II and during the 40s and 43s. So let's take a look at this game here. Now it comes in your standard 1.5 inch box. And you can see the thickness right there. And on the back here, Beneath the Med is a solitaire tactical level game placing you in command of an Italian submarine during World War II. So this game is the fourth in the Hunter series of these. I only have this one, so I can't speak to the other ones. I know they're on P500, so I do have them listed, and I know another one's available, which I should pick up soon. But this is the one that I have right now. Now, the game is a solitaire game where you control a sub and you go out patrolling and trying to find different freighters and ships that you can sink and cause disruption in the supply chain for, well, in this case, it would be the Allies. So, game system highlights here. You got 12 Italian submarine classes represented, 9 different portal assignments included. Special missions for command team delivery, supply delivery, combat encounters with individual ships, daytime and nighttime engagements. Submarine damage includes a variety of things such as flooding, hull damage, torpedo doors, periscopes, fuel tank. Oh, fuel tank would be a bad one. You have crew advancements, so you keep track of the crew throughout the game and you're able to advance them in the game. It's a multiplayer and tournament rule options, so that's going to be interesting. It's kind of nice to have a multiplayer tournament rule option here. I know this is predominantly a solitaire game, so that's kind of cool there. Evasive maneuvering. So you have 2 full color counter sheets, 1 rule book with designer notes, 5 player aid cards, 2-sided, 1 player aid card, 1-sided, crew status, 1 portal log and 1 portal log sheet pad, 6 2-sided submarine display mats, 12 submarines total, 1 2-sided portal map, Atlantic and Mediterranean, and a combat map, and 3 6-sided, 1 20-sided, and 2 10-sided dice. So you have different dice rolls here. Again, the game designer is Gregory M. Smith. Portal assignments include Atlantic, Brazilian coast, Caribbean, Eastern, Central, and Western Mediterranean, Singapore, and Spanish coast. Complexity is low to moderate. That'll fit perfect for me. Average time playing 2 to 3 hours. Player 1 with optional for 2 or more players. Suitable for solitaire play is very high. That's what it's designed for. Replayability is very high, 14 plus. Well, let's take a look inside at this game. And this, of course, is the thicker box because it's 2020, and you can always tell. It's funny when you get the thicker boxes, if there's not a lot of weight in it, they're really difficult to open. At least for me, anyway. But maybe it's just me. Okay, so let's see what we start out with here. We start out with Beneath the Med. We start out with rules of play here. So we get introduction, how to play the game, game equipment, game setup, how to win the game, sequence of play, combat, reassignment, random events, multiplayer and tournament is at 20, optional rules at 20. So basically 19 pages of rules there. Designer notes, selected biographies, and index. So let's take a quick look through here. How to play. So first page, all words. Second page, we do have some pieces here that are outlined and descriptions next to it. Then we have the other play game setup. And then it talks about each individual submarine has their own charts that you keep track of everything, all the damage and hits and whatever the torpedo load is, and their armament, ammo markers, how to win the game, sequence of play. It doesn't seem to have a lot that you're going to need to get into the game. After our sequence of play, we talk about combat over here. Now, there's not much in the way of images to show you the way of play, so I'm assuming that it's a lot of abstract play there where you just move counters across your sheet and roll for combat. Encounters with aircraft, so you do have that, following convoy or ship. Submarine damage it talks about here in this page, different damages. Something that you probably could get started once you understand the sequence of play. You can probably play and then just refer back when you come upon the different things that happen during the game. Reassignment and optional rules here. Not much in the way of optional. There are some optional rules there. Random events, multiplayer, and tournament. Not very long on that, so that's a relatively small adaptation. And historical submarine names, designer notes, selected biography. So that's your rules. Not much in the way of rules, so that's nice. Ship counters, and on the back here, small frigate, tanker. So then we have these counters here, which look like that's a lot of counters for armament, damage. We do have some submarine counters, not very many. Charisma, I like the smile with the sparkling teeth there. And then we have some aircraft, escorts, mines. And the back here is more of the same thing, pretty much identical to the front. Here's our submarine patrol log. So we have a bunch of patrol logs, and they go from June 40, sorry, I'm reading upside down. June 40 down to August 43. Patrols, targets, tonnage. So I guess you can keep track of everything. Ship sunk, which is very important when you're playing a solitaire game. Having track of such things like this makes it enjoyable. And then here are our submarine. Let me just pull all these out. We'll move that case out of the way here once we get these all out. Here are our many die that are in this game. So this is our 20-sided, 10-sided, and our 6-sided dice there. And then we have a lot of open space in this box, so that makes storage easy afterwards. Okay, so let's start with these here. All right, so here are all of our submarine. I want to say crew sheets or damage and markers on the armament and damage for each submarine. So I think everything is kept track on there. And you can see that there's quite a difference between different types of submarines depending on when they come in the game. Now, I'm sure there are some that are available in 40, some that are like available June 1940 there, that one. And here, available June 1940. June 1940 also. Maybe they're all available then. And here's January 43, so this one doesn't come into effect until January 43. June 1940. I think I'm going to have to learn my Italian so I can play this game correctly. Be able to pronounce some of these. And a lot of them are available June 1940, so it looks like you can start out with a lot of these at the very beginning of the game. Very few are available after that, just only one that I've seen so far. Back there, and then we have this last one here. Here's 1942, 1940. And there you go. So those are all of your submarine class. These probably are going to go off to the side, and you're going to keep track of damage, armament, and how well they do with these particular sheets, I'm sure. And this is our map, which allows us to do our patrols, and I'm sure that we follow a sequence. I don't know if we follow blue or red first, but it looks like, oh, here's port. So it looks like we follow the red out, the blue back, and same way over here. And then we get onto this one here. We have the same sort of, we have a couple different ones, but we start out. There's the Spanish coast there, Caribbean, Atlantic, Brazil, and West Africa. And transition spots so that in between, I guess things happen in between before we get to our destination. Submarine patrol assignment, aircraft encounter, attack versus aircraft. Then we have submarine patrol assignment, aircraft encounter, attack. So both sides here. Let's see, these go from 40 to 42, 40 to 42 also. Submarine encounter chart. Here, the front, or the back and the front, I guess. We're not sure which one is which. But torpedo deck gun. So a lot of chart reading. It looks like this game has quite a bit of chart reading. So if you look, oh, might as well show both these here. Because these are different warships, small freighters, large freighters. So you have a lot of stuff to shoot at, and apparently that's where that 10-sided dice comes in, is that you get higher numbers here. Not sure what you roll. Oh, 2 10Ds to get your numbers here to find out what you're firing at. Submarine damage and repair chart on this one. And then I guess you pick out your freighters and it gives you the tonnage, which you start adding up in the names. SLC attack procedure. Yeah, let's see. Not sure what all that is because I haven't played the game yet. So I can't answer to that, but this is just a box opening anyway. Random events. So it looks like you use 12-sided dice for this. Or 2 6-sided dice probably to make the 12. Here's your attack mat. So I guess when you have a target, how much damage is required and see whether your torpedoes hit it. And that's a 1-sided sheet there. And I've heard people refer to this as the dress-up doll. These are the medals that your crew earns. And, you know, crew level, commandante. So crew status on this one. All right, so there's a lot of charts. Dice roll. Not much in the way of counters, but a log to keep track of everything. And what counters we do have are pretty nice, I gotta say. I like the larger ones for the ships. And not an expansive rule book, so it looks like it'd be relatively simple to learn this game. So I'm looking forward to getting this one on the table, playing it, and seeing how well I do as a submarine captain, which I'll probably end up more looking like that with my submarine than the ships, knowing the way that I play things. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. That was Beneath the Med, the Italian force, the submarine force during World War II. That's my box opening of that. If you're looking for a nice solitary game, this looks like it would be fun. I will soon let you know exactly how much fun it is once I start playing it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you on the next one. Take care.